back to school project, I'm gonna be using my maker, my laptop, and we're gonna be putting my daughter's name on this water bottle. Now, probably a lot of you guys saw these at Costco, but I think everyone is gonna have them at school. So I thought it was such a good idea to put her name, and she also wanted like a little icon on it to help her know that it's hers. So the things you're gonna need, clearly a water bottle. This is some permanent vinyl. This is not iron-on vinyl, it's the regular vinyl, and get the permanent kind because you know it's gonna get washed and be in the hands of a 5th grader. I also like to use this big paper trimmer to cut my vinyl, so that makes it a little bit easier. And then you're also gonna need some transfer tape, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about that, but that's how you're gonna get this cut vinyl onto here. So we're gonna figure it out. It's not that hard. Let's do it together. Okay, so in the Cricut design space, my daughter picked the font for her name, and she also picked an icon that she could have on the water bottle herself. All of these are free in the Cricut design space. Just make sure you measure how big your water bottle is, top to bottom, and how much room you have around the circumference so that you don't end up overlapping. But it's all customizable, which is awesome for kids. They love having something that's all their own. One of the other things I did on this was the dog was initially a tan color, and I changed its color to black right here so that Cricut would know that I was cutting him out of the same vinyl. So that makes it a little bit easier. So once your design's all ready, you're gonna click Make It. And then you see we got it set up. I've got it set up in my thing just the same way. I'm gonna load it. And because we're using regular vinyl, you don't have to mirror it. So no mirror. Material size is 12 by 12. Something weird they did is they put page over here and the dog there. So that's fixable, but I didn't know it was going to do that. I think it wouldn't do that if I had attached them. So let me try and do that and I'll come back. Yep, so if you hit the attach button, which is right down there, then when you go to make it, you can see that it's set up, and then this will be at a right angle, and then the puppy will be next to it, which makes it a little bit easier for application. It may waste a little bit more vinyl, but in my case, I don't have quite as good of an eye as I'd prefer, so I'd rather have it set it that way. Now we are ready to cut. We're gonna hit continue. It's gonna detect my machine. I of course have this beautiful maker, which is such a great machine. Detect it. It's gonna ask me to set the material, which this is just basic vinyl. Tools and maps are loaded. I have the fine point blade in. So we're going to press the flashing button right here, and away we go. Okay, so once it cuts, I like to cut off the extra little bit of material because you never know when you could use that, right? So that goes back with the other row. And then we're gonna need to do what we call weeding, which means we're gonna take out the extra material. It's really hard to see this dog, I bet you guys can't see it. But what I like to do is put my little, it looks like a dental pick. I don't know what they actually call it. I think it's a weeding pick. And then don't do it with your finger, that was bad. I just prick it kind of at the end. And then, obviously I'm doing this, and then see how it just comes up? I think it really helps if you do it by the end. Now this is super sturdy vinyl. Here we go. And I don't know, I find this process pretty, I love watching it all come up as one. So now we have to weed inside the dog's face and the letters, and we'll get back to you after that. Okay, so you guys can see that I've weeded it all. That wasn't too hard at all with this one. There was just the main area, that, and then in between the letters. So went really fast. Now what we need is a clear thing to go over this so we can place it on the water bottle, and that is where transfer tape comes in. Okay, so this is Cricut brand transfer tape. It's the best one to use. I have used other things like painter's tape and stuff like that, but the clear stuff is so much easier to use. So you're just gonna peel up an edge. It kind of has a grid already on it, so that's nice. And then you just place it on your design. I went a little low, but that's probably how it's gonna be. And then you're gonna use something like this. You could just use a pencil eraser. You just wanna make sure that you're getting all the edges, so all of this is gonna peel up with the transfer tape, okay? So you're gonna use this to get the vinyl onto, for today, our water bottle. So we just want to make sure that like it takes the top of the eye and all those kind of things. So I just like to trace around it with a little something. You could use a credit card, pencil, like a mechanical pencil tip. I of course love these Cricut tools, but I know you don't always have them, so that just makes it super handy. And then we're gonna make sure that our water bottle is super clean, and we'll see you back here to put it on the water bottle. Big finished product. Okay, so we've got the transfer tape here. We've got our water bottle all prepped and ready. It does have the brand there, and I don't want to cover that up because I think it might look a little wonky. So we're gonna peel off the transfer tape at kind of an angle. Oh, see, the G didn't come, so let me fix that real quick. You're just gonna use that to kind of press it down. Use your finger, whatever you can, to try. I probably didn't use my finger enough. I was so getting into the embossing tool that I probably should have used my finger more. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, see, didn't get the eyeballs. Press, 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 press. And I might have not gone at quite enough of a diet. No, man, those just don't want to come, do they? So now I'm kind of using my fingernail. Let's see if it comes. Oh, came that time. Those don't want to come. So, you know, maybe use something a little bit harder and a little bit more firm. Again, this is all very forgiving. Well, fairly forgiving. But it's not something you can't go back and grab the eye, you know, with a little bit more technique. Okay, so now we've got that. Now here comes the hard part, guys. This is the one that maybe I'm not the best at. So we're gonna try and line. I'm gonna circle this around. My husband's helping me because he knows I lack skills. So the main thing I'm looking for right now is to line up this edge of the P with the basic edge of the water bottle. And I figure if I do that, we should be pretty good. What do you think, husband?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see how we do. And you want to try and not get any bubbles in there, obviously. Okay, so that looks pretty good. And again, you're gonna press, 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 finger, finger, nail. And we'll come back after I'm done with this and we'll show you the finished product. Okay, so we've pressed it on. I used my finger for this. I couldn't really use a credit card because it's rounded and that just makes it kind of awkward. So I mostly use my finger. We'll see if it works. I'm gonna peel the transfer tape up. Here we go. Again, peeling it at an angle makes it less likely to rip stuff off. And this was the permanent one, so this should last hopefully all school year. And it's just coming off the water bottle. Boom. Now this transfer tape I could actually use again. So, you know, if you want to be frugal and reuse it, which I usually do, or especially if you were doing multiples of these, like if you had several kids whose water bottles you were doing, you can stick this on the paper and reuse it again because it's pretty grippy to start with and there's no reason you can't reuse it. So that's just a handy tip. Here's the water bottle. I think it looks great. What do you guys think? Hey Paige, come check out your water bottle. Yeah, doesn't it look just like you like it? So it's got her name, it's got a little doggy. It matches perfectly. I'm so glad that we got pink that matched the top. That looks really cute. What do you think, Paige?
I love it.
Yeah. Good tip for back to school. Now she won't mix up her water bottles. We won't have to Sharpie on it. She's got something that looks really cool and it's all her own.